This pub is older than the water it sits beside, the tunnel alongside it, and has stories most Bristolians have never heard. I'm the Ostrich, founded in 1745 on the banks of a mill pond, right underneath this banging beer garden, essentially been an early form of tidal power generation. The pub was probably named after an exotic bird seller, selling feathers and the like, because Bristol was a key trading port in the 1700s. Ships would be tethered downstream of here, and as a tidal river, once the tide went out, ships would rest on the riverbed, unable to leave until it went back in. So what did you do in that downtime? You went to the Ostrich. When this pub opened in the 1700s, it would have overwhelmingly served sailors working in the slave trade. And it was this horrific business that led to dramatic changes in the landscape around this pub. In 1804, they created the floating harbour to deal with the immense profit and trading volume. You know, the harbour itself doesn't actually float, but it allowed the ships within it to stay afloat, because having your harbour be unusable whenever the water is out and the damage the ships and cargo could sustain from being on the riverbed caused issues. But just 3 years after the harbour was finished, in 1807, Britain abolished the slave trade. So all this investment and capital to develop this area for more traffic for boats that thankfully would never sail meant Bristol had a problem. Along comes this guy, Brunel, a relatively famous engineer. He's inspired by the railway line between Liverpool and Manchester, opened in the 1830s. It connected the docks at Liverpool to the factories at Manchester. And his theory, if you connect the markets in London to the ports and factories in Bristol, you could make a ton of cash. So he builds a railway connecting the two cities. In 1841, the Great Western Railway opens between Paddington and Bristol, and that's where this tunnel comes in, because the next step was to connect the railway directly to the docks. In 1872, the Harbourside Railway was opened right here, which finally put the docks on a direct line into London and those new markets. The Ostrich would have transitioned from being a riverside pub to a harbourside pub to a railway. Oh, thank you very much. I'm sorry, a seagull has just come and tried to steal my food. The line shut in 1964 from lack of use, but it's oddly reassuring the Ostrich has survived. Its permanence is reassuring, serving good food and drink to sailors, local Bristolians. So if you can, come down and check out the Ostrich, sit in its lovely beer garden, experience the industry and delightful Bristolian surrounding. Of course, let us know in the comments where we should go next.